They say the crown never forgets. And right now, it's like Buckingham Palace is flipping through memories like a revenge scrapbook. Every insult, every Oprah moment, every Netflix confession Prince Harry and Meghan Markle ever dropped is suddenly resurfacing, like the universe hit rewind. This isn't a feud anymore. It feels like the monarchy finally woke up, stretched its arms, and said enough. Because what's happening now isn't petty. It's not dramatic. It's a reckoning years in the making. And the craziest part? Harry is finally starting to realize it.
In order to save the body. He's willing to even sacrifice the titles of his children in order to clean the Windsor house, because enough is enough. And Harry and Meghan know it, and they're absolutely panicking because there's nothing they can do.
Quite reasonably stripping Harry of his title, and perhaps down the track, Charlotte and Louis's children not having titles either. Because
Can reveal Prince William has in the past fortnight seized control of the British monarchy from a weak and dying King Charles, and that spells very bad news for Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Archie and Lily.
They say the crown never forgets. And right now, it's remembering everything, every insult, every interview, every Netflix dig Prince Harry and Meghan Markle ever made. This isn't a feud anymore. It's a reckoning. Somewhere thousands of feet above the ocean, while the rest of the world sleeps, a prince who once swore he'd never bow to the crown again is racing straight back toward it, heart thumping, palms sweaty, refreshing his phone like a man praying for a miracle. But there is no miracle coming. No comforting message. No reassurance. He isn't flying home for family anymore. He's flying home because everything he thought he escaped is now crashing right behind him.
Isn't it something? Harry and Meghan panicking over Prince William's latest.
There's panic in the clouds tonight. Somewhere over the ocean, a prince who once vowed he'd never bow to the crown again is hurtling right back toward it, sweating, pacing, refreshing his phone every 30 seconds, waiting for a message that will never come. Prince Harry isn't flying home for family. He's flying home for survival. Reports say when he boarded that jet in California, he wasn't calm or collected. He was in a frenzy, eyes tired, jaw clenched, snapping orders at aides who couldn't fix the one thing slipping from his hands: his royal identity. The Duke of Sussex title that once made Hollywood bend over backwards is hanging by a thread. And the person holding the scissors: his own brother, Prince William.
Well, there was once upon a time when we thought no royal would be able to be stripped of their title, and look what's happened over the last couple of weeks, and you're right, will this impact Harry and Meghan?
Sources say Harry boarded that California jet in a full-blown panic. Eyes red, jaw locked, barking orders at aides who couldn't fix what he's finally broken. His royal identity, the Duke of Sussex title that once gave him weight, power, and purpose, is dangling by a thread. And the scissors aren't shaking. They're in the steady, controlled hands of Prince William. For years, Harry believed he'd outplayed a 1,000-year-old institution with a podcast mic and a documentary of trauma dumps. But the monarchy doesn't crumble when you walk away. It regenerates. And while he was healing in Montecito, the palace was healing without him.
Going to learn a new trade? What are they going to do? Meghan can't go back to yachting. She's too old.
For years, Prince Harry convinced himself he'd outsmarted the monarchy, the rebel who broke free, the one who escaped the system. What he didn't realize was that the monarchy doesn't collapse when you leave. It evolves. It adapts. It rebuilds. And while he was giving podcasts about healing, the palace was quietly strengthening without him. Meanwhile, Prince William, the brother Harry once mocked as trapped, has stepped into a level of quiet power even insiders whisper about. He's not the future king, one said. He's already running things. Every move William makes is surgical, deliberate, terrifyingly calm. He doesn't leak. He doesn't rant. He doesn't chase sympathy. He watches. He waits. And when he strikes, it's cold, clean, final.
Idiot. They have no skills, no talent. They're not interesting. What are they going to do? And William doesn't want them back. Nobody wants them.
Prince William, the brother Prince Harry once mocked as trapped, has now become the monarchy's quiet powerhouse, a king-in-waiting whose influence stretches far beyond what the public sees. Every move he makes feels deliberate, almost surgical. He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't perform for cameras. He doesn't leak stories to producers or chase sympathy. He simply watches. He waits. Because in the royal world, kings aren't born, they're built. The irony cuts deep. Harry spent years spilling secrets, giving interviews, writing memoirs, turning his life into a global soap opera. Meanwhile, William mastered the oldest royal tactic, silence. And that silence became his sharpest weapon. Every emotional interview, every dramatic moment, every staged photo from Montecito accidentally became William's PR advantage, without him lifting a finger. Then came the whispers inside the palace. Not emotional, not dramatic, cold and official. Senior courtiers reportedly stopped referring to Harry as a working royal. Instead, they used a phrase so blunt it could shatter him. Former asset. In palace language, that means someone who no longer matters. Someone removed from the system. Someone erased. Appearances quietly reduced. Influence fading. Security privileges reevaluated. The Sussex era wasn't being reviewed, it was being deleted. The monarchy had shifted into something corporate, polished, efficient, and ruthlessly strategic. And Harry's emotional turbulence simply didn't fit the new brand. His downfall didn't need enemies. He created it himself. Every interview, every confession, every revelation painted him as the one thing the crown can't endorse. Unpredictable, unstable, unreliable. Meanwhile, William saw everything with chilling clarity, and he acted quietly. The late Queen Elizabeth II wore the crown for decades. King Charles wears it now. But the hands steering the future? They belong to William. The shift wasn't coming. It already arrived slowly, silently, fatally, while Harry searched for inner peace in Montecito and William built real power. The kind that lasts for centuries, not news cycles. Then came the photo. The disaster. When William was ordered to stand beside Prince Andrew, the monarchy's most radioactive figure, the image went viral. The public recoiled, the future king beside a man drowning in scandal. For William, who had rebuilt the monarchy's credibility brick by brick, it wasn't a mistake. It was betrayal. He didn't shout. He didn't slam doors. Insiders say he simply went silent, ice cold. In that silence, something snapped. No more scandals. No more liabilities. No more mercy. And right next to Andrew on the palace's internal list, Harry. Because to William, Andrew damaged the past, but Harry threatened the future. From there, the cleansing began. Quiet removals, strategic edits, reputation surgery. Every Oprah interview, every Netflix rant, every Montecito photo shoot was added to a file growing thicker by the day. Then the polls hit, numbers cold enough to freeze Buckingham Palace. 47% of Britons said Meghan was a bigger threat to the monarchy than Prince Andrew. A duchess surpassing a man tied to one of the darkest royal scandals. That statistic hit like an explosion. To Hollywood, Meghan's new soft glam rebrand looked like ambition. To the palace, it looked like blasphemy. Because she wasn't just selling products. She was selling royal branding. And that was the final straw. William moved from silent fury to strategy, letting Parliament pick up the sword. The Royal Titles Reform Act began whispering through the halls, a law that would let the crown strip titles permanently. No appeals. No loopholes. The first test, Andrew. The next, the Sussexes. Inside Montecito, panic erupted. Harry rushed back to London, convinced he could fix things, that his father would intervene. But King Charles was ill, tired, worn down. And William wasn't waiting for apologies. He was writing the future. Harry's emergency flight received no statement, no welcome, no acknowledgement. He returned home to silence, the sound of being erased. Behind the scenes, mentions of Harry and Meghan vanished from documents, photos quietly removed, titles shifted, references edited into past tense. A digital ghosting so smooth the public barely noticed. Harry thinks he's flying home to save his titles. But the truth is brutal. The decision is already made. This isn't a feud. It's state business. Once the act passes, the monarchy gains the legal power to strip titles from anyone who threatens its dignity. And the list starts with Andrew. and ends with the Sussexes. Exile used to be Harry's fear, but now he's meeting something worse: irrelevance. He tried to escape the crown, but now the crown is escaping him. Because once the monarchy stops including you, your story ends. And as Harry sits on that flight, rehearsing a speech he thinks might save everything, he doesn't realize the harshest truth. There may be nothing left to save. The monarchy he walked away from has already evolved, sleeker, colder, stronger. The crown he once took for granted has learned how to function without him. And the most painful truth of all? It's functioning better. People close to the palace whisper that Harry still believes an emotional heart-to-heart can stop the storm. But he keeps underestimating the one thing that matters now: William's resolve. This isn't personal. It's survival. The monarchy cuts off the branches that keep catching fire. Harry fears losing his titles. William fears losing the monarchy itself. And in that battle, there is only one outcome. The monarchy is preparing for a new era, a new reign, a new chapter. And in that world, Harry is no longer a central character. He's a cautionary tale. He wanted freedom. He wanted distance. He wanted his own story. But the piece he never understood? The crown writes the final draft. And now he's learning the one truth every royal discovers too late. You don't leave the monarchy. The monarchy leaves you.